What up, guys? It's Bob from Salvajee. Okay, so we're back with another important set of Overwatch news. Important indeed, as these are, of course, some of the changes that we're going to be having in Season 6. And, of course, these changes were brought to you guys by the man himself, Jeff Kaplan. With that said, let's get right into it. And, of course, let me give you guys my thoughts on these awesome changes. Who knows? These changes might be the very thing that might bring me back into Overwatch competitive. Because, as you guys know, I'm a quick play player now. And I definitely enjoy quick play way more than I enjoy competitive at the moment. So the first change that that's gonna be coming into Season 6 is the fact that we're gonna be having 2-month seasons instead of 3-month seasons. This is a big deal. To put it simply, the reason why 2-month seasons are better than 3-month seasons, it's because if a competitive season lasts 2 months, this is basically what's gonna happen. At the beginning month, at the first month of a competitive season, everybody's gonna be motivated. You know, new season, new me. New season, new rank. New season, time for me to, you know, say that I'm going to reach Masters and then realize that I'm just a Platinum player and I'm just going to stay stuck in Platinum. But anyways, the point is that, you know, the first month of the competitive season is always great, right? And then on the second month of a competitive season, that's where shit kind of starts heading sideways, right? Throughout the middle of the second month in a competitive season, that's where players start figuring out what the meta is. And that's when players, you know, start of being more toxic because they want people to play other heroes. So basically what's going to happen now is that, you know, when, you know, let's say that we're on our second month of a competitive season. And, you know, we're halfway through the second month. Everybody's figuring out the meta. At the end of the day, in the end, it doesn't even matter. At the end of the day, it's not going to matter that you've basically figured out the meta for the season, because the season is probably going to end in about 2 weeks or so. Okay, so this is why I like this change of 2 months for a competitive season. Another reason why I like this change is because, honestly, I think one of the main reasons why a lot of players get frustrated with competitive is because it just lasts way too long. It lasts 3 months, okay? It's 3 months of you knowing that you have to force yourself to play competitive to get those damn competitive points for golden guns. Because let's face it, right? Most people aren't in competitive to reach Grandmasters or top 500. That's a secondary goal. The primary goal of usually most players that play competitive is to get, of course, those golden guns. But anyways, overall, I'm really glad that we're getting 2-month seasons instead of 3-month seasons. I think this is a great change. And also, Jeff's basically said that the reason why we're getting 2-month season is because the third month of competitive seasons always suck. And honestly, I couldn't agree with him more. You know, the last month of every season is always the most shittiest one. Okay, so this is actually very important news. So Jeff said that since we're having 2-month seasons, now your end of the season rewards, in other words, right now if you're a Platinum player and you're in Season 5, you get 800 competitive points. But Jeff said that since seasons are going to be shorter, you're going to get less competitive points at the end of the season. This fucking sucks, alright? Because this basically means that, you know, we're not going, like, it's going to be harder to get golden guns now for players that are, of course, Platinum players, gold players, even diamond players, honestly. Because now you're not going to get 1,200 competitive points, you know, for being in diamond, of course, when it comes down to Season 6. So we're definitely going to have to see how much competitive points you get at the end of the season. Hopefully they just decrease it by, like, you know, maybe 100 or 200. Like, if you get 600 comp points at the end of a season for being in Platinum, I think that would be kind of fair. But honestly, you know, if you guys ask me, I disagree with this change. You know, I think golden guns should be easier to obtain. Like, that players can stop trying, you know, stop trying to strive for golden guns and just, you know, strive for reaching ranks. If golden guns are easy to obtain, then golden guns aren't really a goal that people are going to have. That's just my opinion, though. Don't get too triggered by it, alright? Another thing that Jeff said is that now you're going to get more competitive points per win. So let's say that you get 50 competitive points for a W and you get less competitive points at the end of the season. I'm actually fine by this. We just have to see how much competitive points exactly are we going to get for a win. Hopefully it's not something shitty like 15. Alright, like, if you're going to increase the amount of competitive points, increase it by 10. Like, maybe 20 competitive points per win, you know, maybe 30 competitive points per win. I think that would actually be pretty cool. I'm actually bad at math, but, you know, to get a golden gun as of now, you need 300 wins. But if they make it 50 competitive points per win, which I doubt they're going to do, you need, I think, 150 victories, which means golden guns are easier to obtain. Okay, let's talk about SR decay, which probably none of you guys really give a shit about. because none of you guys are like diamond and above, most likely. Okay, but anyways, now instead of playing 7 games a week, you have to play 5 games in a week, and instead of losing 50 SR, you lose 25 SR if you decay. Also, Jeff said that they have more longer term ideas when it comes down to SR decay at higher ranks. Control. When Jeff mentioned these news, I got a fucking boner. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, I probably broke my pants. I'm gonna have to sew that shit up, okay? So instead of being best of 5, instead of being, you know, the first team to get to 3 wins, now it's going to be the first team to get to 2 wins. If you are a friend of mine, you know that Control is one of the game modes where I get the most toxic, just because I can't stand it when we lose 1 round and my team just basically gives up. Alright, it's honestly one of the reasons why in Control I usually avoid team chat, right? Because I don't want to bitch at my teammates for giving up just because we lost the first round. If you're a console player and if you're platinum and below, and probably even diamond, because this happened to me when I was in diamond as well, okay, Control basically is, you lose the first round, you've basically lost the match, and you have to stay in the Control match for 2 more rounds that are going to take forever, just so you can move on to the next match. Basically, the reason why they changed this, Jeff basically said, we want players to take DL faster. Okay, that's basically what he said. Like, he says, we don't want players to be 2 versus 2, you know, 2 points on one team, 2 points on the other team, and then, you know, them have to fight it out when it's 99-99 overtime. We just want players to lose faster, okay? And honestly, I agree with this. I think Control should have always been best of, you know, the first person to get to 2 points instead of 3 points, because you know, getting to 3 points, it's just very, very stressing. Sometimes you just have those super long games that you just want it to end, and they're like, you know, super clutch games. I hate those games, honestly, but of course everybody has their likings. That's why you probably like big titties and I like big asses. Okay, so another change that I'm really, really happy about is better placement. So basically, Overwatch thought, hey, look, if we place players 300 SR below their, you know, actual skill level, and then they go back to their actual skill level, that means they're going to get a sense of progression. This was always bullshit, and basically Blizzard was always fucking lying to themselves. Are you telling me that if I'm a 5,000 skill rank and you place me at 4,000 and I climb back up to 5,000 that I have improved as a player? No, I haven't improved as a player. You just placed me super low and you gave me the idea that I have improved as a player when I haven't, okay? Well, long story short, okay, they're not going to be doing this. So long story short, if you end the season in like 27-25, which I believe it's where I'm at, if you end the season at 27-25, okay, chances are that you're not going to get placed in gold, like 400 SR where you first place. You're probably going to place around maybe 2,700, 2,600, somewhere around like that. Honestly, I'm really, really glad and happy that this is the case, just for the simple reason that, you know what, I think I'm pretty happy being a platinum player, honestly. And of course, as you guys know, I basically just gave up on competitive, so I don't really know if I'm actually going to play Season 6 religiously. Anyways, I really, really like the changes that they did to the placement matches. Last but not least, they did matchmaking changes. They're going to be bringing matchmaking changes, longer wait times for people that are in higher ranks. Jeff also said that competitive is something that is just constantly changing and constantly evolving, and they want players to keep that in mind, and that every single season coming up, you know, from Season 7 and Season 8, they are going to be bringing in more, what's the thing called, more changes, okay? I hope these changes bring me back into Season 6. Honestly, I doubt it, because you might, you know, put a lot of changes into competitive, but you're still not going to change the players' attitudes in competitive. That's something that is just unchangeable. You know, one of the reasons why I like quick play a lot is because if you lose, if you have throwers, if you have grievers, like, it's all good because it's quick play. You know what I mean? You're not going to get penalized for it, and you're not going to lose SR for it. And it's also fun, okay? But anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, drop it a like, subscribe to join the Salvajee cartel, and I'll be seeing you guys on the next one. Thank you very much for tuning in, and also I have another video coming in later today that talks about some other changes that were talked about in Gamescom. Peace out. See